Did you know that during the Middle Ages, animals were actually put on trial and could be sentenced to death? Imagine a courtroom where pigs, rats, or even insects stood accused of crimes like theft or damage to property. It sounds absurd, but these trials were a real part of medieval justice systems in Europe. The practice was rooted in a belief that animals, like humans, could be moral agents and therefore be held accountable for their actions. In one famous case in 1386, a pig in Falaise, France, was dressed in human clothes and put on trial for murdering a child. The pig was found guilty and executed by hanging in front of a large crowd. Such trials were often theatrical, with animals being assigned defense lawyers and sometimes even getting acquitted if the evidence was found lacking. This bizarre chapter in history shows just how differently justice was perceived in a time when superstition and religious beliefs heavily influenced the law. Animals as defendants were not always land-bound creatures. Sometimes entire swarms of insects were summoned to court for destroying crops. Insects like locusts or weevils would be called to answer for their crimes. And interestingly, some trials ended with judges decreeing that the insects be excommunicated or banished. These trials highlight the struggle of medieval societies to understand and control their environments through the lens of human morality and divine law. Though these trials might sound like something out of a fantasy novel, they reflect the complex relationship humans have always had with animals and nature. This peculiar aspect of legal history raises questions about how society constructs justice and the lengths people will go to impose order on chaos. As bizarre as these trials were, they remind us that the quest for justice is a deeply human endeavor, often shaped by the cultural and religious contexts of the time.